Ilara, you are a beautiful girl, but beauty alone cannot fill your stomach, my Auntie Rose would always say, fanning herself dramatically. Look at you. You deserve more than this struggle. A good husband, a rich man. That is your destiny. They meant well, I suppose, in their own way. They saw a chance, a way out of the poverty that had gripped our family for generations. And then Marcus came into the picture. He wasn't like the young men from our neighborhood, struggling to make ends meet. Marcus drove a gleaming car, wore crisp suits, and spoke with the confidence of a man who commanded respect. He was a businessman, a big man as they called it, dealing in imports and exports. My relatives painted a picture for me, a life of comfort, no more worrying about where the next meal would come from, a chance to help my struggling family. Honestly, I barely knew Marcus beyond his expensive cologne and kind of person. They convinced me, nudged me, prayed over me until I said yes. It wasn't love that led me to the altar, but the heavy weight of expectation and the desperate hope for a better future. Life with Marcus was initially exactly as they promised. Our house was grand, with tiled floors and air conditioning. I had clothes I'd only ever seen in magazines. The visits from my relatives became more frequent. I remember one particular afternoon, barely 6 months into the marriage. My Auntie Rose arrived, accompanied by 2 of her friends, all dressed in their finest Sunday wear. She surveyed my new living room with wide eyes, running her hand over the velvet sofa. This is what we prayed for. She spent the entire visit recounting tales of my good fortune to them, occasionally asking me to fetch cold drinks or snacks, as if I were a trophy to be admired. It wasn't a visit to check on me, but to confirm their success in marrying me off well. Another time, it was my cousin Ben. He came with a long face, telling me about a new business idea he had and how he just needed a little capital to get started. He spoke in hushed tones, almost begging, reminding me of family ties and how much you have now. I gave him some money, of course, because that's what was expected. These visits were always about what they could gain from my new status, rarely about my happiness. I tolerated it, because their validation was part of the unspoken contract.